Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good Friday morning, everyone. We have made it to the end of the work week, even though it was a little bit of a shorter week for a lot of people out there. But thanks for being with us this morning.
Yes, thank you for being with us. Happy Friday. I feel like we cheated a little bit because we got a short week this week. And, you know, overall, the weather's been nice, but just cold. Yeah,
absolutely. A little bit chilly out there, but we are expecting some nice weather this weekend. Mike, how are things going to be looking out there for our viewers?
Fantastic. Yeah, nice little prize to after a successful short work week. And temperatures right now, though we are starting off with a little bit of leftover rain. We had some overnight. 51 degrees, so not as cold as where we've been the past couple of days. Notice how the dew point, though, that bottom number is at 49. So once again, temperature, dew point temperature running neck and neck, and no wind out there. And so what that means is we're going to be seeing and are seeing some fog. We will make it up to 65 later on today, so just a little bit above normal, warmer than what we've had most all of the week. The aquifer yesterday did go up 1/10 of a foot, and the allergens, mountain cedar really came down. Now, just be prepared. It is going to be windy today, westerly winds, so may shake up the trees a little bit. But again, we're putting the alert out for the wind on Monday and Tuesday, and that's probably really going to be shaking up those mountain cedar trees. Take a look at radar right now, and we still have a few leftover showers, but everything, as you can see, continues to work its way off to the east, and even a couple of decent downpours well off to the east of us. But most of this, like I said, is continuing to get on out of here. Floresville, a couple of leftover little sprinkles right here, up there just to the east of New Braunfels. But then, like I said, things are clearing out quite nicely off there to the west. But then we have some fog to deal with. Kerrville's down to a half-mile visibility right now. A little bit around Castroville, Bernie, and then more fog further out to the west. Rock Springs now 0 visibility. Same thing with Eagle Pass. So we'll have to be on the lookout for that for the next couple of hours. Then the wind's going to pick up a bit, somewhat on the breezy side today. We've got low 40s in parts of the hill country. Like I said, 51 here in town as of right now. Showers off to the east, a little bit of patchy fog. Still jacket weather this morning. Won't need it this afternoon. Mid-60s, sunny and breezy, but if you're heading out this evening, take a jacket because it'll cool down pretty quickly. We're going to have some cold mornings, beautiful afternoons, plenty of sunshine, mid to upper 60s this weekend. Clouds come in here late Sunday. Monday, we'll have a couple of showers around here, even a thunderstorm mainly off to the north and east. It's going to be warm. Then that cold front moves on through here, and yep, it is going to be windy. We'll have a closer look at the weekend forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Marquez, anything going on?
Yeah, Mike, so things looking pretty good right now out there. I-37 Alamodome, you see traffic moving pretty smooth in the area there. I-10 Callahan West as well. As we take one quick look here at our maps, see that no major incidents or stalled vehicles, so that's some good news for people headed out right now. There was a stall earlier over there at 35 at South Laredo, a little bit south of downtown, but that has been cleared up. So, Stephanie, things looking pretty good out there. I-37 Hackberry traffic moving along pretty smooth in our area.
Sounds good. Thank you, RJ. And this morning, we are learning more about what comes next for the two suspects in the murders of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. First District Attorney Joe Gonzalez is looking into adding a charge for the death of baby Fabian. That was Savannah's unborn child. Now, as for Christopher Preciado, Bexar County court records show he is facing 3 charges. That's capital murder of multiple people, abuse of corpse, and altering, destroying, or concealing a corpse. The San Antonio Police Department is reporting that the 19-year-old shot and killed both Soto and Guerra in a botched drug deal. Now, court records also show that Ramon Preciado is charged with abuse of a corpse and altering, destroying, or concealing a corpse. Police say the 53-year-old helped his son hide Soto and Guerra's bodies. His bond is set at $600,000. Meanwhile, Matthew Guerra's family spoke to us about the arrest. Matthew's father said it's a relief to know suspects have been arrested for the murders, but there are still other difficult emotions that they're dealing with. That was
definitely a relief of mine that, you know, I can hold someone accountable. It's probably going to be, you know, a long time before it's handled, but at least I have someone to point the finger to, someone to vent this frustration, anger out.
So far, Savannah Soto's family has declined to comment on the arrest, but said they might be open to talk in the future.
And this morning, a woman walking to work is instead in the hospital, and a man in jail in connection to a hit and run that left that woman badly injured. It happened on December 21st. This is 33-year-old Tyrell Benjamin. You see him right there on your screen. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar said that he fled after he hit that woman with a car on Misty Ridge near O'Connor Road on the northeast side of San Antonio. Benjamin is charged with collision involving serious bodily injury, and according to the sheriff, the victim here is a 68-year-old woman who was walking to work when she was hit. She suffered a broken pelvis, a broken arm, and may lose one of her eyes. The mayor of New York City is suing transportation companies for the busing of thousands of migrants to his city. The lawsuit names 17 mostly based companies right here in Texas, one of them in Von Army. The owner of VLP Charter Buses, LLC in Von Army, declined to comment on that lawsuit when he was reached out to KSAT by the phone. The $700 million lawsuit seeks restitution for the cost the cities have had to endure to care for the migrants that have been dropped off there. In 2 years, Texas has spent some $4.5 billion through Operation Lone Star. That includes money spent to bus more than 80,000 migrants to so-called sanctuary cities, including Chicago, Denver, Los Angeles, and New York City.
No mayor should have to deal with a crisis of this magnitude. Last week, we had 3,000 migrants and asylum seekers who arrived here. There's some weeks we get anywhere from 3,900 to 4,000.
And by comparison, according to ABC News, just last month, there were 302,000 encounters along the southwest border, marking the highest monthly total ever recorded. In a statement, Governor Greg Abbott called the lawsuit baseless, adding that buses and migrants have the constitutional right to do business and travel anywhere in the U.S. Now to the latest in that deadly mass shooting at a high school in Perry, Iowa.
One student has died and 5 others are wounded. ABC's Ika Jachi is in Washington with the latest.
Because we are Perry strong, Blue Jay strong, Iowa strong.
This morning, community members in Perry waking up to the aftermath of yet another school shooting after a gunman opened fire at a local high school, killing 1 student and wounding 5 others.
Units, we've got an active shooter situation at Perry High School.
On the first day back to school from winter break, gunfire erupting at Perry High School.
And everything just broke into chaos, like everyone was like running, and like after that my mind was telling me to get out of there.
Police swarming the school within minutes, finding multiple victims and students and faculty sheltering in place, some running from the building.
The shooter has been identified as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, a student at Perry High School.
Police say Butler, seen in this photo posted to social media before the shootings with the caption, "Now we wait," shot and killed a 6th grader who was at the school for a school breakfast program, shooting 4 more students and the principal, Dan Marburger, before taking his own life. 9th grader Anthony Ubaldo saw the suspect in the bathroom before the shooting.
It's just traumatizing because honestly, he could have just killed me then and there and I wouldn't be here right now.
In social media posts reviewed by ABC News, the suspect referenced school shootings and bomb threats, and in one post could be seen holding a revolver. Butler's friends say he and his sister were bullied.
He got tired. He got tired of the bullying. He got tired of the harassment. Was it a smart idea to shoot up the school? No. God, no.
Police have not confirmed a motive for the shooting. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have already been 5 mass shootings so far this year. Ika Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
Some international news. South Korea says North Korea has shot artillery near the rivals' 10th Sea boundary in violation of a 2018 military agreement. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff says North Korea fired 200 rounds in the waters north of their disputed Western Sea boundary earlier today. South Korea called the North Korean drills a provocation, though the South suffered no damage. People who live in South Korea's frontline island say its military has asked them to evacuate because it plans to launch firing drills later today.
South African athlete Oscar Pistorius has officially been released from prison on parole after serving nearly 9 years in prison for killing his girlfriend. Pistorius has served nearly 9 years of his 13 years and 5 months murder sentence for killing girlfriend Reva Steenkamp on Valentine's Day back in 2013. He was approved for parole in November. Serious offenders in South Africa are eligible for parole after serving at least half their sentence.
All right, the Spurs back on the court here. Victor Wembanyama suiting up for the first time as a 20-year-old as the Spurs hosted the Milwaukee Bucks last night on Wemby's birthday. Happy birthday, Wemby. Lucky number 20 there. Let's jump right to the second quarter. Look at this guy here. Wemby throws the ball off the glass and then goes in for that slam dunk. That's the kind of stuff you see in an NBA All-Star game. Great stuff there. Let's look again. Wemby, the finger roll off the window. He splits the two defenders, and then he makes the Bucks pay. David Robinson enjoying that. Wemby finishes with 18 points in the first half. The Spurs trailed, though, 59-64 at halftime. All right, now to the third quarter. Wemby still trying to show off those birthday skills. Look at this. Dribbles behind his back. Slam dunk plus the foul. The Spurs and Bucks are tied at 93 after 3 quarters. Fourth quarter here. Keldon Johnson. KJ goes in for the baseline reverse slam dunk, and the Spurs lead this one by 4, 101-97. That was 2 of KJ's 14 points off the bench. Bucks up 3 now, with less than 1:30 left to go. Wemby blocks Damian Lillard. You saw that there. And then seconds later on the other end, Wemby for 3, and we're all tied up at 121. Victor had 27 points and 5 blocks, but this guy right here, Giannis Antetokounmpo, amazing stuff, dropping the hammer there and one. He ends up with a 3-point play. He led all scorers with 44 closing seconds. You see right there. Unfortunately, Trey Jones cannot get the 3 to go for the tie. It's no good. The Bucks edge the Spurs in a hard-fought game, 125-121. Up next, the Spurs will play the Cleveland Cavaliers Sunday at noon. So I was really encouraged to watch the Spurs last night. Stayed up a little too late to watch them.
Yes.
But still, that was a really, really fun game last night.
Oh, and on Wemby's birthday.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Happy birthday, Wemby.
Happy birthday, and go Spurs, go. Time now, 5:11 and 50 degrees for now. All
right. Do you miss having one of those now classic BlackBerry phones? Up next, we'll show you how you can bring back BlackBerry's glory days.
And it's been just over a week since Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released from prison. Up next, a first look at what she's now revealing in an interview after spending nearly 9 years behind bars.
And we're taking you outside with live cam right now, and things looking pretty good across the city of San Antonio right now. Mike is standing by with the very latest, expecting a nice weekend ahead. We'll have the forecast coming right up.
Welcome back. It's 5:15. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the woman who served time for killing her mother, is talking for the first time since being released from prison. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
Do you feel any conflict with that? You've got fame, even though you participated in a murder?
It's been just over a week since Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released from prison.
Hey everyone, this is Gypsy. I'm finally free.
The 32-year-old spending more than 8 years behind bars for the second-degree murder of her mother. Gypsy is a victim of her mother's psychological disorder, commonly known as Munchausen syndrome by proxy, in which parents seek sympathy through the exaggerated or made-up illnesses of their children. And this morning, Gypsy's telling her story to ABC News' Deborah Roberts.
What do you regret most?
I have lots of regrets. I always say that if I could go back in time and change things, I absolutely would.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of our exclusive interview with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
All right, 50 degrees outside, a little bit chilly out there, but not too bad. 5:16 right now.
Think you know your trivia. Well, up next, how Hasbro is taking the challenge to the next level with a new AI-powered version of Trivial Pursuit.
And one quick look here at Trans Guy before we take you to break. Things looking pretty good out there. We expect things to pick up a little bit as we get through our 5 o'clock hour, but traffic moving pretty well throughout parts of San Antonio.
Tired of being tracked online? Switch from Chrome to DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is a browser you download to your desktop and mobile devices. Unlike Chrome, the DuckDuckGo browser has privacy built in. It comes with a private alternative to Google Search, which doesn't spy on your searches. And it blocks cookies and creepy ads. And there's no catch. It's free. We make money from ads, but they don't follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo on mobile and desktop today.
We're feeling the power of Osteo Biflex, the #1 pharmacist-recommended joint care supplement. Find our coupons in Sunday's paper.
Bye-bye, cough.
Later, chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Not coughing? Hashtag still not coughing?
Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion and any type of cough, day or night. Mucinex DM. It's comeback season.
Welcome back. It's 5:20. Happy Friday.
Yeah, it feels good that we made it to the end of the work week and good weather coming our way, right, Mike?
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic starting later on this morning and then this afternoon going in through the weekend as well. So, all right, what about traffic, though? Because we've got some wet roads out there.
Yeah, so let's take a quick look here at traffic. I-35 at O'Connor, traffic moving pretty smooth across our area there. Loop 410, you see traffic moving pretty well. Maybe some people getting a little bit of a later start here as we get set for your Friday morning commute. Do want to let you know about, here we go, we have some more construction that's going to be taking place there on 1604 on the northwest side. And this is not as big as a construction project as we've seen over the past couple of months, though, but they are going to be closing. Full closure here of Vance Jackson Road. That's going to be north and southbound lanes there at the bridge over Loop 1604. There's going to be a lot of detours in that area, so just keep in mind, basically the main part of this, Vance Jackson Road, will be closed at 1604 as they continue that work on that Loop 1604 expansion. All right, Mike, how are things looking outside as people get out and about today?
Well, like we were talking about, we do have some damp roads, so allow yourself a little bit of extra time out there. And as far as the rain, that continues to work its way off to the east. As you can see, we don't really have anything left over here in town, maybe the sprinkle here or there in eastern Wilson County, some of those leftover little sprinkles. And most of it was pretty much on the light side. A quarter of an inch of rain will take anything we can get, but then down to the southeast. Now, in parts of Wilson County, around Floresville, almost an inch of rain, and the winter right here near Cuero picked up about an inch to 2 inches of rain. So that was very, very welcome, and then that's going to be it until Monday. Although, once again, it's not going to be a big rain event around the area. So we do have those few leftover showers off to the east, and then we're going to have to watch out for a little bit of fog to form up. Then things are going to be clearing out quite nicely. We're going to see a whole bunch of sunshine today, already up to 62 degrees, just about the normal high at noon. And then we top off at 67 later on today. So still a jacket this morning, and then you won't need it by this afternoon. But again, take one if you're going to be out tonight because it will cool off kind of quickly. So we've got some very dry air that's coming on in here. The humidity is going to be dropping down throughout the day. It's going to be really comfortable. That's going to be the situation all weekend long. Then the humidity spikes on Monday. That's right before that front moves through, and then we get more bone dry air coming in here in behind that front. And once again, that front is going to definitely be a wind producer. Already by Monday afternoon, we're going to be seeing gusts 25, 30, 40, 45 miles per hour in portions of the hill country, and it's going to stay very windy overnight, early Tuesday morning, and then throughout the morning hours on Tuesday. Then the wind will settle a little bit. It's still going to be breezy on Tuesday. We just won't have these wind gusts that are going to be, 50 mile per hour gusts around the area by the afternoon on Tuesday. And once those winds settle down, we're going to see much colder air moving on in here. So here's the low that's moving through the panhandle. Once again, not far enough south, stays just too far up to the north to really do us a lot of good around here. That moves on out. Great weekend in store. Then here comes the next low. And once again, this thing's going to be staying a little too far to the north to do us a lot of good as far as rain is concerned. But that will definitely pull that front through here and some colder air. Like I said, once the winds settle down by Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning, looking at a freeze around here. And then most of next week is going to be fairly normal. We're not going to have unfortunately any rain, and then temperatures are going to be holding right about where they should be. So today 67, same thing tomorrow, 66 on Sunday. Good looking weekend. Once again, if you haven't taken down Christmas decorations, you want to do it tomorrow on the 12th day of Christmas. Get it done this weekend because everything is going to be blown around by Monday, late afternoon, overnight into Tuesday. 70 on Monday, down to 60 on Tuesday, and then freezing Wednesday morning.
If not tomorrow, definitely Sunday, take those decorations down.
Yeah, because it's going to be a little bit damp on Monday. But again, everything else in the yard, make sure it's kind of put away in the garage or something, or just kind of tied down because it's going to be windy.
But it also makes me feel kind of sad when we do this. I was thinking about this at our place. Like our place is going to be bare after we get rid of everything.
I mean, the outside of the house looks naked after that,
Yeah.
I like looking at the lights. So. next year.
Do what you gotta do.
And that makes it so nice when you put them back up.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
That's
Makes it all
true.
worth it. 524 right now, 50 degrees outside.
Let's look at your winning lotto numbers. Pick 3, 9, 6, 7, Fireball 6, Daily 4, 5, 7, 4, 9, Fireball 5. Cash 5, 2, 4, 5, 10, 33. Your Texas 2-stop, 1, 10, 11, 33. Bonus ball 2.
Welcome back. It's 528. Well, Peloton and TikTok are teaming up to create a new fitness hub. ABC's Andrea Fuji has the details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Peloton is bringing its workouts to TikTok. The partnership will allow for new plans to exercise with or without equipment. Peloton will have a hub on TikTok with content that includes video of workouts and celebrity collaborations. The classic board game now powered by artificial intelligence. Hasbro has released an online version of Trivial Pursuit. Unlike the 41-year-old board game, the questions are generated by artificial intelligence based on the player's interests and suggestions. It comes after Mattel released Pictionary AI back in September. And finally, do you miss that old BlackBerry? Well, a company called Clicks for iPhone is out with a phone case that comes with a physical keyboard. It's compatible with iPhone 14 and 15 models, runs off the phone's battery power, and will cost you just under $140. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
You used to have that Razor phone that had that pull-out keyboard and stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
There you go, Mike.
Yeah, I
kind of miss it.
I miss that little Motorola, the little flip phone. Yeah, that was pretty handy. Like stick it in your pocket.
Were the days.
Yeah. Oh well. Guess these are pretty small too.
Yeah.
Time now 5:29 and 50 degrees for now.
All right, chances are you definitely saw this video of a sentencing that completely went sideways out there in Nevada. A defendant leaps at a judge, sparking a bloody fight with court officials. We'll tell you what's next for that defendant. That's coming right up.
And ahead on GMSA at 6, holiday credit card bills have not showed up in the mail yet, but there's already more sales to spend your money on for the new year. We're going to tell you about some of the best deals in stores.
Happy Friday, everyone. It is January 5th and 5:30 right now outside.
Yes, happy Friday. It got here nice and quick this week.
Well, yeah, I mean, given the fact that it was only a 4-day work week for a lot of folks, and it's been pretty chilly. Oh, I get a close-up today. And been pretty chilly most of the week, especially in the morning hour. Not as cold this morning, and we did have some of that rain overnight, so the roads are on the damp side. You still want to obviously grab a jacket because it's kind of that dampish cool out there. One thing, though, compared to even yesterday, notice how we can see a bit more of the skyline here. 51 degrees, dew points at 49. So with these two numbers neck and neck, no wind to speak of, we're going to have to watch out for some fog on top of the fact that we've got some damp roads out there. Here's what's left over of the rain right around Gonzales. If you're going out 10, you're still going to run into some of this. Kennedy, Cuero, you picked up about 2 inches of rain when it moved through in the overnight hours, which was nice. And then up around LaGrange, and again, this all continues to work its way off to the east. In behind then, that's where we're starting to see some fog. A little bit around Castroville, hint of it there at Bernie, and then up around Kerrville, then more fog further on out to the west. Eagle Pass and Rock Springs have both actually gone up as far as visibility. It was down to 0 just in the past about 15 minutes. Some fog around Junction, Carrizo Springs. So that'll be the case over the next couple of hours. Then the wind is going to start to pick up somewhat. Notice the big difference in temperatures as well. Low 50s in and around town, and then low 40s in portions of the hill country. Mountain Cedar kept coming down. Remember, it was way up 23,000, something like that, a couple of days ago, and slowly coming down just on the moderate side as of yesterday's count. But that number more than likely is going to be sky high to start off next week with that big front moving on through here. More on that coming up. 62 at noon today. And then 65 for a high temperature. It will be somewhat breezy, but this is going to be a westerly wind. And we're looking at a fantastic, not only today, but also the weekend. We'll talk about rain chances, that next front, and how windy it's going to be coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ, what's going on the roads?
Yeah, Mike, things looking pretty good out there for our drivers. If you're headed out right now at 5:30, taking you outside TransGuide traffic camera, you see smooth sailing in that part of the city, US 90, Loop 410. We have traffic moving pretty well on both both directions there. Let's take a quick look at our maps. And yeah, a lot of green on the screen there, so that's good news for our drivers again headed out. No major incidents, no major crashes to let you know about, but we will continue to follow and monitor the roads and give you any updates that come our way. Stephanie?
Thank you, RJ. Fed up, frustrated, and frankly concerned. That's a feeling among some neighbors who live near a scrapyard on Frio City Road. So air quality was a key issue at a community meeting just 2 months ago. Now, neighbors hope to escalate their health concerns with city and state leaders. In the new year, these neighbors are writing testimonials, hoping to hand deliver these concerns to city and state leaders, including the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, or TCEQ.
It's not about having a business shut down. There's nobody in the community that's asking that. But what we are asking for is just some sort of resolution to a problem.
As for the federal level, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency confirmed TCEQ is the lead environmental authority on Monterey iron and metal. In a statement sent to KSAT 12, a spokesperson for Monterey says they have, quote, invested heavily in detection systems, mitigation systems, safety planning, and expert hazard prevention.
All right, taking a look at some morning headlines. Well, you've probably seen this video right here of a judge in Nevada being attacked during a court proceedings. Wow. Well, this morning we're learning more about that attack and what comes next. We're told that she is okay. Obviously, that's a question a lot of people were asking, but there are more questions now being raised about courtroom security.
ABC's Andrea Fujii shows us what's next for the defendant in the case.
This morning, the Las Vegas judge attacked during a sentencing hearing is bruised but already back on the bench.
She remains sore and stiff, but thankful it was not more severe.
After he was denied probation for repeated offenses, 30-year-old Deobra Redden lunged over the bench, pinning Judge Mary Kay Holthus against the wall, pummeling her on the floor.
This is a very unique situation that, as far as I know, has never happened before with somebody supermaning over a judicial bench.
The chief judge, Jerry Weiss, credits the court clerk for heroic actions for pulling Redden off Judge Holthus.
Michael Lasso, her law clerk, was probably the primary person that pulled the defendant off of her and probably kept her from having more severe injuries.
Judge Weiss says there's currently a shortage of marshals providing security in the Clark County court system. He says only one marshal was present at the time of the attack, but he admits even a second may not have stopped Redden.
He moved too quick, and I think the marshal was right behind him, just couldn't get to him. I don't know what could have prevented this. I mean, I think that we are looking at every opportunity we can to make things better.
Redden now faces a slew of new charges, and Judge Holthus will be back to oversee his new sentencing, scheduled for next week.
Court officials say they're now reviewing security measures and hope to increase the number of marshals. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
President Biden will mark the third anniversary of the January 6th attacks on the U.S. Capitol with a political speech later today. He will try to make the case that Donald Trump poses a threat to democracy. On the GOP side, Trump continues to dominate the field ahead of the Iowa caucuses. Last night, Trump's rivals, Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, both held town halls in the state. Meanwhile, Chris Christie, the only GOP primary candidate to sharply criticize the frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, has released a new ad where he's acknowledging that he was wrong to endorse Trump back in 2016.
In Montgomery County, north of Houston, a viral video posted online led authorities to take 36 dogs to the animal shelter. The video showed a pack of dogs herding a puppy at a Montgomery County home. The homeowners agreed to surrender a total of 37 dogs, including 14 puppies, to the Houston SPCA. Montgomery County has no laws to regulate how many dogs someone can own. Several dogs are being treated for being underfed and having anemia and other medical conditions. The DA is investigating to see if this was a case of animal cruelty or hoarding.
All right, Americans ramping up their online shopping during the holiday season. Adobe Analytics says that they splurged on a record-setting $222 billion worth of electronics, toys, and other items. It says that spending haul there between November 1st and December 31st marks a nearly 5% increase from the previous holiday shopping season. Adobe says shoppers were enticed by deep discounts as well as buy now, pay later options. Yeah, I use some of those. Those are very popular now.
Yeah.
What is it? Affirm, I think, is one of them. Yeah, where you could just like kind of do like an old school layaway price.
It's nice. It's just you have to keep track of all the ones that you use.
That is a bummer.
Yes.
You do have to,
especially after the holidays.
Yeah. All right, guys. 5:40 right now and 50 degrees outside.
And needing a nice new friend for the new year? Well, the San Antonio Humane Society is next with a pet that needs a new friend too.
And a look out here at live cam. Again, 50 degrees outside. Things looking pretty good across the city right now, and Mike is standing by to give us the very latest. We got an interesting weekend, and then a week later coming ahead. We'll get to that after the break.
Well, Kim is here, and to ring in the new year, she has got this little guy who is just adorable as can be.
He really is.
And he's got the greatest name in the world, too.
He's got a great name. His name is Hubba Bubba. He is a 4-month-old little retriever, kind of a shepherd-ish mix. Definitely kind of wants to just cuddle, I think.
Do you have to
I just want to snuggle.
Is that just a spoiled little thing?
I know. I know.
Okay, do you need to just cuddle in there?
It's okay. But definitely going to be one that's probably going to get a little bit bigger because, I mean, he's going to want to play outside.
But he'll be 50, 60 pounds and doing this and taking up room.
I just want to snuggle with you.
Oh, is that the cutest thing in the world?
Perfect day to do that. So, yeah, definitely going to be a little bit bigger, but definitely going to want to snuggle.
What you got going on?
So we just, on behalf of the Humane Society and all of our sweet pets, want to tell everybody thank you for donating. Thank you for supporting us through different events, whether it's camp, volunteering, coming out. We couldn't do it without you. So, and I know little Hubba Bubba and all his friends at the shelter say thank you too. So thank y'all so much.
Don't forget, a lot of animals up for adoption, volunteering, fostering. Kids can get service hours.
Yes, and you can volunteer even if at our front desk and answering phones or doing things like that.
Do anything with the animals directly, office work,
yes,
something like
absolutely.
that. So,
we need help with that.
Just give them a call, head on over there, go to the website, which is sahumane.org or 4804 Fredericksburg Road, just outside Loop 410. Yes, okay, you can go take a little nappy.
So I just want to go back to bed.
You'll go.
How cute.
You're saying Hubba Bubba? That's a gum, right?
It's a gum. It's a type of gum. So really popular in the, I mean, I think it's still out there, but it was super popular in the 80s. Yeah.
Nice. You know what? The names recently, Big Boy the other day, and then we had Hubba Bubba. We need to find them some good homes.
Yeah, different names.
These are great names.
Yeah,
I
but
like
cute dogs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time now is 5:45 and 50 degrees for now.
All right, one quick look at TransGuide. Things looking pretty good across the city. Just checked with the TxDOT's website right now, and we see that traffic is moving pretty well. But we'll continue to give you updates on the road as you make your way out on your Friday morning. All right, welcome back. It is 5:49 right now on your Friday morning, and traffic looking pretty good across the city, guys. I-37 at Southeast Military, traffic moving pretty well both directions there. Loop 410 at Fredericksburg, same situation there as well. Taking a look at our maps here, we do see that we do have a crash that popped up there on the west side. We'll get an update on that here in just a little bit. Doesn't appear to be on any parts of the main lane. Speaking of the main lanes, though, we are going to have more work being done there on the far northwest side as part of that 1604 North expansion project. So good news is that we're not going to be shutting down any of the westbound or eastbound main lanes of 1604, but this time around we're going to get Vance Jackson. That's going to be shut down north and southbound starting later tonight and running through Monday morning 5 a.m. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're headed out. Maybe making some returns, you know, maybe you bought some stuff at the Rim or La Cantera. Yeah, just keep this in mind. Vance Jackson north, southbound is going to be closed this weekend over there at 1604.
All right.
But just think when it's finally done.
It'll be nice.
Man, yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Just patience.
We can believe.
Easy for me to say grin and bear it when, you know, not having to deal with that every day. But all right, look outside, and this picture from Oscar and says, yeah, kind of foggy looking, and that is the case in parts of the area. All of a sudden, Castroville is now down to a quarter-mile visibility, so the fog is definitely thick up there around Bernie Stage and Kerrville. We've got some fog, and then further out to the west, it's back down to zero visibility at Eagle Pass, some around Cotulla Carrizo Springs, and then further up to the northwest. So we will have to watch out for some fog over the next couple of hours. As you can see, not bad here in town. But again, some of the low-lying areas, just watch out for that. The rain continues to work its way off to the east. There may be a leftover little sprinkle right here, just about at 10 on the far east side of town. A couple little, just sprinkly showers here and there. But again, the rain continues to work its way off to the east. As far as the humidity relative to temperatures, humidity is very, very high, but we will get drier air moving on in here. And so that's going to help to clear things out. Any fog is only going to be, obviously, for the next couple of hours. We're going to have lots of sunshine, dry air, clear skies. That means it's going to cool down quickly. Once the sun goes down at night, we're going to have some chilly mornings, beautiful afternoons this weekend. Just a fantastic weekend. Then that big front's going to be coming on in here, and that's going to be on Monday. But first of all, we've got that 10% chance for a couple of leftover showers off to the east. Watch out for some of the fog this morning. And then a lot of sunshine, up to 62 already at noon. Just about the normal high temperature. We are going to be on the warm side of things, 3, 4, 5 degrees above normal across the board, and plenty of sunshine out there. Gorgeous night tonight. Here's the satellite and radar loop, and we had rain, a lot of beautiful rain down here to the southeast. Picked up about 2 inches in and around the Cuero area, and you can see some leftover clouds, but things are starting to clear out. And where it clears out, moisture in the ground, that's why we got some of that fog off to the west. The low, and as you can see, this big kind of comma-shaped pattern right here, once again, up there way too far to the north to do us a whole lot of good. We did get some rain, but not the real heavy stuff. Obviously, we didn't want this mixed precipitation around here. That continues to work its way on off to the north and east, and then we will have that bit of a break in the action for the next couple of days. The next low is then starting to brew, and it's going to move on in here. Give us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms on Monday. Once again, the path is going to be further up there to the north, so we'll just be sort of on the straggling tail end of it. But that's the one that's going to pull down that front, and it's going to come on through here with some very windy conditions. We're going to see wind gusts Monday in 25, 30, 40, close to 50 miles per hour, and that's going to be the case then overnight, Monday night, and into early Tuesday morning. So this is going to be a perfect weekend. If you still have outdoor decorations up, take them down. Lawn furniture, cushions, trampolines, things like that is going to be extremely windy Monday night into Tuesday. So you definitely want to be prepared for that. And then in behind that, we've got another shot of some colder air. Once the winds settle down, it looks like we're going to be seeing a freeze here in town by the middle of next week. But for today, 67, same thing tomorrow, mid 60s on Sunday. Great looking weekend. Clouds come in here later on Sunday. Chance of rain overnight, Monday, showers, a couple of thunderstorms. Most of those, though, are going to be up to the north and east. Front comes through, so we'll go from 70 down to 60 on Tuesday. But again, the big story is going to be the wind around here. And then once that settles down, we're looking at a freeze here in town by Wednesday morning.
It'll be nice to see the sun this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous today and the weekend.
Yeah, so definitely take advantage of the weekend because, yeah, Justin the other day told me, he's like, it's going to be windy on Monday. Just a quick warning about that. So
we'll
it's
be prepared.
Good to know. We will. 5:53 right now, 50 degrees outside.
Let's look at your winning lotto numbers. Pick 3, 9, 6, 7, Fireball 6. Daily 4, 5, 7, 4, 9, Fireball 5. Your cash 5, 2, 4, 5, 10, 33. Air Texas 2-step 1, 10, 11, 33. Bonus ball 2. Good luck.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, let's start with that storm because we're within 24 hours of a lot of folks starting with snow and then changing to rain at the coast. But if you want heavy snow, you're going to have to go Poconos up into the mountains, the Berkshires, and we'll get into the details there and when it finally leaves. Also, an ABC News exclusive with Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her first on-camera interview since being released from prison. We'll talk freedom, regrets, and so much more on GMA.
All right, if you're looking to buy appliances or just want to treat yourself to something new, January deals are here and in stores. We'll tell you all about them ahead in our next hour of GMSA. And could we be in for an economic soft landing? Today's job report is expected to show us just how that could be possible. We'll tell you why many people are having a hard time actually believing that. Plus the latest when it comes next, or what is next, in fact, for the father and son arrested in connection for Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra's death. And we're also going to be discussing the charges that they're facing so far. All right, things looking pretty good out there on the roadways right now. I-35 at O'Connor on the northeast side. Traffic moving pretty smooth there. One crash to let you know about, but it's not on the highways. We'll talk all about this and more coming up in our next hour of Good Morning San Antonio.
Let's look out there with a live cam. Another cold start to your day, but I'm looking forward to seeing some sun today and this weekend.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Yeah, a lot of people getting ready for the weekend here. Good morning. It's Friday, January 5th. I'm actually taking this weekend to just kind of relax a little bit after the holidays and New Year's Eve.
Good idea.
A vacation from your vacation.
We'll take it.
But again, if we've been talking about this all week long, if you haven't taken down Christmas decorations, outdoor decorations yet, make sure you take them down this weekend because we're talking about that big front moving through here with the windy conditions on Monday as well as Tuesday. Now, it's not as chilly as what it has been the past couple of mornings. Still, we have that kind of a damp cool out there. And as you can see, visibility out at the airport is very, very good. With all the rain that we had overnight, that's worked its way off to the east. Picked up some pretty good amounts, about 2 inches down around Cuero. Elsewhere, it was quarter inch, third of an inch of rain. We'll take anything we can get. Obviously, not a huge rain event. Now, on the heels of that, as skies clear out a little bit off to the west, we're seeing some fog. Very thick fog heading out 90 in toward Castroville, going up 10 in toward the Hill Country. Going to run into some of that fog. And further on out to the west there, Rock Springs, Eagle Pass, a little bit going down 35 in toward Cotulla as well as Carrizo Springs. So this is going to be what we have to watch out for over the next couple of hours. Then, yeah, beautiful day today, as Steph was talking about. Looking forward to some sunshine today. Got low 40s in the Hill Country, 51 here in town, and very consistent around the metropolitan area. Mountain Cedar came down again yesterday. Remember, it peaked a few days ago, 23,000, and it continues to drop down. Just if you suffer, make sure you have all your allergy medicine ready for Monday because that's when the big front moves on through here. So it's probably going to give a really good shake to those mountain cedar trees. Mold is on the low side. And throughout the rest of the morning, a little bit of leftover rain off to the east. Then that continues to work its way on out of here. We watch out for some patchy fog. Sunshine then, warm up nicely, 62 already by noon, and then we're going to be topping off at 67, so about 10 degrees warmer, 10 to 15 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. Beautiful. It's going to cool off quickly tonight, though, so make sure you have a jacket handy. And then chilly mornings, beautiful afternoons this weekend. Details on that front, when that's going to be coming through, and what's in store in behind it. Maybe looking at a freeze next week again here in town. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Marquez, what's going on?
Yeah, Mike, things looking pretty good out there. If you're getting out and about during our 6 o'clock hour, taking a look, 281 Grayson, right there by the Pearl. We have smooth sailing, 90 at Loop 410, same situation as well. One quick check of our maps right now, and you see no major crashes or incidents on the highways, but we do have a crash being reported here at Callahan and Culebra. So obviously it's off the highway, but still one of the major couple of roads that people use to get in and around the west side. But otherwise, things looking pretty good out there, Stephanie, as people, again, make their way out to work or maybe grab a little bit of a breakfast or a coffee heading out on your Friday morning.
Yeah, now's the time to do it. Thank you, RJ. And this morning we are learning more about the death of a 6-year-old girl. That little girl has been identified as Hosanna Sancho. Now, police arrested her mother, this woman, Neferteria Sancho, for the child's death. She is now facing a capital murder charge for a child under the age of 10. Wednesday, around 3 p.m., police were called to the Frontera Crossing apartment complex on Watson Road, and Hosanna was found unresponsive with a wound to her upper body. Neferteria Sancho is in the Bexar County Jail on a $1 million bond. Online court records show the girl's mother had a previous conviction in 2010 for injury to a child. Now, a woman will be spending 10 years in prison after she was convicted in the death of a 78-year-old woman. According to the Bexar County DA's office, Sylvia Ann Lopez was intoxicated on prescription medications while she was driving. She veered off the road when she hit and killed a woman who was walking her dog on the sidewalk. Lopez later admitted she had taken several medications that made her disoriented and drowsy.
San Antonio police arrested a 33-year-old man in connection with a hit and run that left a woman badly injured and ultimately in the hospital. So this all happened on December 21st. This is 33-year-old Tyrell Benjamin. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar said that he took off after hitting that woman on Misty Ridge near O'Connor Road on the northeast parts of San Antonio. Benjamin, you see here, is charged with collision involving serious bodily injury. And according to the sheriff, the victim is a 68-year-old woman who was walking to work when she was hit. She suffered a broken pelvis, a broken arm, and may lose one of her eyes. An arrest has been made in a deadly shooting at a convenience store from earlier this week. In a Facebook post from the department, Fredericksburg police arrested the man that you see right here. This is 21-year-old Wes Sigco Rapid. Police say that he's the man wearing a skeleton mask who shot and killed another man during a store robbery on Tuesday night. Rapid is now being held in the Gillespie County Jail on a capital murder charge. Well, less than 2 hours before he was pulled over for a DWI, San Antonio City Councilman Mark White gave a council colleague a ride home.
And that comes directly from White, who spoke with City Hall reporter Garrett Berringer about what led up to his arrest.
December 29th was a long day for Mark White. The District 10 councilman declined to do an on-camera interview, but did speak with us over the phone. After flying into Houston that morning, following a trip to Australia, White says he drove back to San Antonio. At about 5:30, he went out to El Mirasol, where he says there was a group of people, including District 6 Councilwoman Melissa Cabello-Haverda. Councilwoman Sook Kaur was there as well, though in a statement, the D1 councilwoman said she ran into White before leaving to host her staff holiday dinner. After time at El Mirasol and Myron's Prime Steakhouse next door, White says he drove Cabello-Haverda home at about 9:15 or 9:30. She was feeling too sick to go to Thirsty Horse Saloon and Dance Hall, where he headed next, he said, and was not in the position to drive. Cabello-Haverda, who plans to run for mayor next year, declined to comment for this story. Shortly after 11 o'clock that night, a San Antonio police officer on Loop 410 pulled White over. The councilman told the officer he had 3 beers, and after field sobriety testing, was arrested for DWI. Almost exactly a year after his predecessor, Clayton Perry's DWI charge.
After former Councilman Clayton Perry's drunken hit and run, he was given a vote of no confidence by his council colleagues and stripped of his committee assignments. As for White, a City Hall source says council members are expected to discuss next steps in a closed-door session next week.
Mike Gallagher is a former D10 councilman who returned as a temporary fill-in for Perry. He's currently the head of the Northeast Neighborhood Alliance and hopes White doesn't get the same sanctions as his predecessor.
I really believe that it should be discussed by council. Everybody should understand what happened, but at the same time realize this was not nearly the same kind of event.
White told KSAT he had 0 excuses, and he emphasized that, quote, nobody should blame Councilwoman Kaur or Councilwoman Haverda for anything. It was my decision to drive. Garrett Berringer, KSAT 12 News.
All right, now to the latest in the race for the White House. President Biden hitting the campaign trail later today.
This as the Republican presidential hopefuls make a final push in Iowa. Here's ABC's Allison Kosick with the latest.
This morning, President Biden is hoping to jumpstart his re-election campaign. He's visiting Valley Forge, Pennsylvania today, a key site from the Revolutionary War, where he's expected to lay out what he believes is at stake in the upcoming election.
America's still a place of possibilities.
The Biden-Harris campaign releasing its first ad of the year, time to coincide with the 3rd anniversary of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
I believe in free and fair elections. There's something dangerous happening in America. There's an extremist movement that does not share the basic beliefs in our democracy. All of us are being asked right now, what will we do to maintain our democracy? History's watching. The world is watching.
On the Republican side, Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis speaking at town halls last night.
If I tell you I'm going to do something, you take it to the bank, we are going to deliver on it.
Haley citing polls claiming she'd be the stronger candidate in the general election.
I defeat Biden by 17 points.
But Haley has faced criticism after suggesting at a rally in New Hampshire this week that Republicans in the Granite State do a better job picking presidents than voters in Iowa.
You know that you correct it. You know that you continue to go. And then my sweet state of South Carolina brings it home.
Haley now saying she was only joking. Meanwhile, Chris Christie, the only GOP primary candidate to sharply criticize frontrunner Donald Trump, has released a new ad acknowledging he was wrong to endorse Trump in 2016.
I did it because he was winning. And I did it because I thought I could make him a better candidate and a better president. Well, I was wrong. I made a mistake.
Back to President Biden. After his visit to Valley Forge, he'll head to Nikki Haley's home state of South Carolina next week to speak at the historic Mother Emanuel AME Church, where 9 people were murdered in 2015. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
All right, we're getting you up and going on your Friday morning, 6:09 right now, and 50 degrees outside.
Well, TikTok and Peloton teaming up, what they're doing in their latest collaboration and how you can participate.
And if you're looking to buy appliances or just want to treat yourself to something new, January deals are here and in stores. We'll tell you all about them coming up after the break.
And it's still cold out there on this Friday morning, but Friday afternoon is going to look pretty nice. We're going to check in with Mike for all those details, including what to expect this weekend coming up.